Well, hello and welcome. I am Dr. Jessica Bueller, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about Life Vantage, the activation company. So, I am married to Matt, who's a farmer, and we live in rural South Dakota near Oneida, a tiny town with our 5 kids from 4 until 16. And I have owned my own chiropractic business for 15 years this month. And I have additional certifications in acupuncture and NAET. And I am constantly and intently passionate on finding ways to not only improve my health, but improve the health and lives of others. So, a little bit about my backstory that I wanted to share with you guys. So everybody's popping on. As long as you guys can still hear me, we're good. Just a little bit on that. When this came into my life, I really felt like it was an answer to an unanswered prayer. So, have any of you ever had a prayer that you prayed and you just felt like it just went unanswered? Right? This was that. And I remember the prayer. I had a friend who was struggling with her health from a distance. We lived 10 hours apart, and she had a scary diagnosis, and I was in charge of her nutrition. And I remember toward the end of things with her, just really praying for something stronger, for something more powerful, for a miracle, right? For something that could just really change the trajectory of where her life was headed. And just God, there's got to be something. There's got to be something. Just show me. And at the time that she passed, this did not come into my life, but when it did, I understood the science because I had already researched a couple of the pathways that we're going to talk about later today, and so I understood the science. And when I saw this, and really the potential of what this could mean to people, and health in general for the people that I knew and loved and cared about, I couldn't not tell people about it. I really felt a moral obligation to share it. And not only that, that's what kind of got me started, was the science and the research, but what's kept me around are the testimonies that people have and the culture and community of people that I get to choose to work with every day through this industry. So, to get started, we're going to be talking about activation. So, I'm going to be trying to take some really complex science and to knuckle it down into tiny bite-sized pieces that you might be able to understand and grasp. But just understand that there is a lot more complex way of really looking at this and evaluating it. So I'm just going to talk from simple standpoint. And with activation, what we're looking to do is to get back to the health of the cells instead of talking about end stage conditions, symptoms, or disease. We're looking to create healthy humans. And if you ask me, healthy humans start with healthy cells. So if we can get back to those basic cellular function and we can create healthy cells, we'll have healthy tissues, and that will lead to healthy organs and systems, and then we will have healthy humans. So we're not here to diagnose or treat or mitigate any condition, symptom, or disease. So just full disclosure on that. However, I'm hoping there's some mamas on this call, and with Mother's Day approaching, if you're not a mama, I'm sure you know a mama, right? And I just want to remind you of some of these statistics. I was just reading some of these. I'm going to share some of these with you because I'm thinking you're going to know somebody who's on this bus, or maybe you're on this bus as well, right? 41% of women over 21 are obese. 45% have high blood pressure. 1 of 2 will develop cancer in their lifetimes. 1 of 2, you guys. 1 of 5 will develop Alzheimer's. My grandma passed away from Alzheimer's. 1 of 9 will develop type 2 diabetes. 1 of 8 will develop a thyroid problem, and 80% of all autoimmune conditions occur in women. As a collective group, we are struggling. These are your sisters, your mothers, your grandmas, your aunts, your friends, your coworkers, your bosses, and your community leaders. We are the caretakers of our families and our communities. And at a time when the world needs us to be at our best, we are grappling with poor health, feeling unheard by doctors, and searching for answers to reclaim our power. So I just want to, put this on your heart that if this information is not something that you feel like, oh my goodness, I need this right now, I am sure that there is someone that's on their knees praying for a change, praying for something different. So, what is activation? Where did we start? So, an award-winning scientist discovered the SOD molecule in the late 1960s. He won a Nobel Prize, Dr. Joe McCord, and then he devoted his career to fighting the effects of free radical damage, which an accumulation of that damage within a cell is called oxidative stress. And he developed in 2003 our little yellow activator, Protandim NRF2. And we had one peer-reviewed published study that showed that we could lower on average oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. And that was unheard of at the time and is still unheard of even today. And so in 2005, ABC did a primetime investigative report, and it led to a flurry of media attention because John Quinones had a 45% reduction in just 2 weeks. So we were on retail shelves, places like GNC and Walgreens, until 2009, when the company was nearly bankrupt, selling less than half a jar on average per store, because no one knew what activation was. Nobody knew what NRF2 was, right? And so they hired a marketing strategist, and he said, this is a product that has a story that needs to be told. This needs to be shifted to direct sales. After a 6-week trial, direct sales beat out the retail option by an enormous amount, and we've been in direct sales since. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. You can look us up. And we've been studied by independent third-party universities and prestigious medical centers that paid for their own research on Protandim NRF2. So what is oxidative stress? What causes it? The food we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe, too little, too much exercise, environmental toxins, radiation, you get it. Everyone has it. If you take an apple and you cut it in half and leave it on your counter, it's going to oxidize. And that same process is happening within our cells. Protandim NRF2, within every single cell, there is a protein messenger called NRF2. And when we take Protandim NRF2, it activates that protein messenger to attach to aspects of our DNA and cause an expression of certain genes, like the flip of switches, right? We are able to turn on certain genes and off other genes. And one of those is our antioxidant response system, where we start producing our own antioxidant enzymes at a rate of 1 million every single second. We have a study done by the National Institute of Aging showing we're the only dietary supplement proven to extend lifespan. This is a combination of the 5 ingredients across the bottom in a synergistic blend to give a magnificent and different outcome, 1,800 times more effective than taking the components separately. You can't just go buy these things and get the same end result. And now imagine when we take antioxidants to neutralize those free radicals, imagine and look at how much fruit or vegetables you'd have to consume in order to get the impact of one Protandim NRF2. So am I saying don't eat fruits and vegetables? Oh, heck no. You need the fruits and vegetables, you guys, but you cannot eat enough fruits and vegetables to get the impact of activating this pathway within your body. It's just not possible. We have over 30 peer-reviewed studies available in PubMed where doctors do their research. You can go look at these prestigious journals and studies done by these universities and institutions. We have media coverage, 7 US patents so that no one can copy our blend. We also have international patents. Washington State University said NRF2 activation is potentially the most extraordinary and therapeutic preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. I am telling you, this still keeps me up at night, how amazing this is and what this can do when it is in your body. But LifeVantage didn't stop there. They kept looking for ways to activate more pathways within the body. And they found two other pathways that are pretty important as well. One is our NRF1 pathway, and this is responsible for our mitochondria. So this is our metabolism, our powerhouse, our engines of the cell, right? So we need to be able to make more mitochondria that are healthy. We need to be able to fix the broken down ones and get rid of the ones that are no longer fixable. And that's what NRF1 does. It's like giving all of your cells good engines. If you could compare NRF2 to the rust on your car, NRF1 is like getting new engines, right? And then we have another pathway, and that is for NAD. NAD is kind of a buzzword with sirtuins, with the realm of fasting becoming such a prevalent thing, right? And this is like giving your cells a new computer system. It's like the regulator, the mom of the cell, right? The casting out all the jobs to everyone. And when you put these three together, the effects are even more amplified. They did this study 4 times because even they could not believe the results. And we just recently got a patent on the combo of these three. And you guys, this patent thing is not something that is heard of, especially with herbs and vitamins, because you can't just say nobody else can use this herb or use this vitamin. So what you get that patent for is to say that your specific blend will produce a different outcome. And that is specifically what has happened when these three are combined along with them independently. The other thing we have for activation, and I've had people that have kind of skipped over this thing, but I will not miss a day of drinking this. This is like the goodbye mom brain, hello CEO brain drink. This allows the chemistry in your brain to attach to the right receptors. Imagine you have a target and you're throwing darts at the target, but every time you throw the dart, it hits the bullseye. Boom, boom, boom. That's how your brain works when this is on board. So we see improvements in focus, retention, ability to handle stress, brain fog, mood, fatigue, all the things, right? And then our newest activator came out in June of last year, our True Science Liquid Collagen. And this collagen is so much different than anything else you've heard on the market. So you've probably heard of collagen for eyes or for hair, skin, and nails, right? That is not the only thing that collagen is a big deal for. It is literally a 90% of every lining on your body. And with this, I've recommended collagen for years and seen very little result. I've seen the typical hair, skin, and nail stuff, if I'm honest, and it took a long time to get that. With this, in less than 30 days, we're not only seeing exterior changes, but we're seeing internal changes. I'm getting calls from people about their joints, about their gut lining, about their brain health, about their mood, their vascular health, not getting up in the middle of the night to pee, even changes in the bedroom for men and women both. I'm telling you, this is like nothing you have ever seen. And the reason is because this collagen is also an activator. So it turns on your body's ability to produce its own collagen and also a gene to slow down the collagen breakdown. This is my friend Maria. Look at her thighs and her eyes. This Kim on the left, she had lost her mom and almost a year before this. And within 30 days, she felt like she had her zippity doo dah back. And this, my friends, is my husband who's out in the sun. Like I said, he was a farmer working all day. And look at this, that spot, probably a little precancerous if I'm totally honest, but he's never had that as a diagnosis, is nearly completely gone now, almost fallen off completely. And look at the lines, how much different they are. These are my friend Nancy's legs. And there's my face. And it's not just for women. Men are having changes too. Look at my friend Sean. So this is LifeVantage. These are our products, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but hey, right? I'm a busy mom, and I'm sure you're busy too. We want to have things that are simple for us. And this is a lot like when you go to Amazon and then they suggest something that you might want to buy, and you're like, oh my goodness, I do want to try that, right? But this is our whole lineup, and I use all of these products. I don't use the protein powder, and they're getting rid of that. And we don't currently have a dog, so I don't use the pet version right now. But otherwise, every product on here is a part of my regimen. There's a few parts of of the personal care I don't use every day. I'm just being totally honest. And my D3 levels are adequate. So I don't need that at the current moment. But you got to personalize your products and what you're doing to you, right? So we have our Protandem NRF2, our flagship product. We took that technology and we put it in a skincare line for your face, a personal care line for your body, a hair care line, and a pet tandem formulated specifically for your four-legged friends. And then we have our, like I said, our brain activator, we have gut health, we have weight management, we have targeted supplements to help support your circadian rhythms so you sleep better. This is our lineup. These are our products. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, you know what, I do think I could use a change in where I am with my health, but I'm also thinking about other people that could benefit from this, then you're like I was, because I did not even think about myself when I first heard about this. I thought of all the other people that could benefit, but I saw changes too, you guys. At that time, the person who introduced this to me, who was brave enough to share this with me, did not know that my hair was falling out like crazy. I couldn't lose weight no matter what I did. I always felt fatigued, even though I was sleeping a lot more than I'm sleeping right now. And I just really wasn't in a great place. And within a few weeks of activating my body, everything changed for me. My hair was dramatic at my next hair appointment. And then again, I had a huge transformation again when our hair care system came out. And then again with our collagen. I just really have had my own personal stories too. And I was taking high quality supplements sold only through physicians. My diet was relatively good. I was making good health choices, you guys, and I was still struggling. So I'm just saying, there are people that you know that are dealing with things, and they deserve to just get to take a look at this and see if it's something that could help them. And if you're looking for something more to be a part of a team, we are looking for people who are willing and brave enough to share something with somebody and let them to decide for themselves too. So you get paid for sharing this, clearly. We live in an e-commerce economy, you guys. Just like I said on Amazon, I am super thankful that stuff just gets shipped right from them to my door. And that's what happens with this too. You're not carrying inventory. The products that you purchase are the ones that you use, but it's simple for people. They can get on when they want. The products are consumable in 30 days and they come to their house and they need them every month. These are the countries we're open in, and LifeVantage is leading the way in a technology that no other company has, and that is in activation. We have only 60,000 US consultants, and there is room for growth. A company has not hit momentum until it has 120,000 per 150,000. I'm wrong. 150,000 per country. We don't even have 60,000 US consultants. We are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. You can check that out. We're debt free. We have an enhanced compensation plan that just came around. We're promoting the idea of just sharing this with people you care about and customers that purchase the product, along with developing leaders to create leveraged income. There's no assets, there's no inventory. And again, the culture and community here is one that is set to have everybody win. So how far could you take this? So the level of these names, they just switched these names. That's why this is so muddy right now. But there's, you know, what would $1,600 extra a month do for you, or 7,000 or 13,000? I don't know what your goals are, but whatever your goals are, LifeVantage is a vehicle to help you with your finances as well. Erin Brockovich, I don't know if you guys are familiar with her from her movie, but this is her. Julia Roberts played her in her movie, but she's on our board of directors. And she said that if you follow your heart, if you listen to your gut, and then if you extend your hand to help another, not for any agenda, but for the sake of humanity, you are going to find the truth. And so I just want to put this last little bit in here, and that is that whoever invited you here to watch this webinar cared about you. They may not know what is all going on in your life, and they definitely don't know, if this is a right fit for you. But if you could just let them know, hey, one, I would like to know more about these products and how they might help my health. Two, I would love to get the products in my body, but I would really would like to learn more about this business. Or three, this is not for me, but I know somebody who really could use this. Just reach back out to whoever invited you here and let them know where you are so that we can help you best. And I am more than happy to connect with any of you and answer all of your questions that I did not answer in this brief overview.